Right.
So here we are at the special event which we've booked for today for Mrs. Dog in the motorhome. We have a Norfolk steam train which runs from Sheringham. I'll turn around in a moment and give us a good view of its shape because it'll look a lot better than me. It's the train's name is Hercules. I'm going to stop this now and let you have a look. Okay, so this is Hercules, the train which will be taking us today for a ride out to Holt via a few other little halts. Proper steam train. Let's get as close as we can to the front there. That's alright, mate. Back to the days of steam. How we used to travel many years ago. Sorry. We've blown off a bit of steam there. Engine number 4277 from British Airways. Quite a scenic train station. All done in the old-fashioned styles. Can't wait until we can get on there and give it a go. If I can in a moment, I'll see if I can just get a bit of footage of the actual footplate itself. And you can see the station goes all the way along there. Trains everywhere, all the way down. How many carriages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carriages. Front one's a chimney from the firebox. Second one seems to be blowing off steam. There's steam from the release valve down there as well. So this is how trains used to work. Relatively good value actually. Okay. Look online first, we make a saving. Not a huge saving, but every little helps. It'll be a bit noisy. That's the last the engineer if I can get on board and have a quick look. You okay if I take a bit of footage? Are you sure?
Stand on the floor there, you're fine.
Yeah. So this is the actual inside of the footplate.
Right, just
And there's the engine.
you want to get a rule of the fire, you will.
So I've got a YouTube channel, so I'm just recording
absolutely.
a bit of footage. Could you explain to me what each of these does?
Right, what we've got, that's your pressure gauge.
Yep.
Which is what I'm working to all the time. This actually blows off a little light. You've just seen it go.
Yep.
That's my water gauge. It tells me exactly how much water I've got in the boiler. On a normal other locos that are not Great Western, there's a second one over there. But here you have that in these 2 taps.
Yep.
That one is for the steam heat, which we're not using today. That's what makes it go.
That's your accelerator,
That's
is it?
your
Yeah.
regulator. This is the vacuum brake, and that is the dial to show you exactly when you're creating enough vacuum.
Fantastic.
That is the what you like your gearbox. That's a reverser.
Oh, yeah.
It's sitting in the middle at the moment. Forwards, backwards, and that is basically it. He said very easily.
And that's the engine.
And that's the firebox.
And that's the fire. Where
And
all
I've
that
got
comes in.
2 injectors here and here, which put the water in. Which is what I was just doing just now before you call it.
Which is,
got
yeah.
that.
Okay, well, if we've only got 10 minutes, I shall let you go because I can imagine you're very busy.
Yep, we'll be fine.
And I shall enjoy the ride. Thank you very much.
Please do.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Now, hang on.
Oh, I'll come down back. So there we go.
Yeah, pop that down.
That was on the footplate. Hopefully that got caught okay. Be interesting to see. Fingers crossed. If not, I'll try and do it again later. That'd be a good win. We can see all the carriages down here as we're walking along. I'm going to go and get in this one here, I think. Or maybe the next one. And join the family. Maybe go a bit further down to the actual thing itself. Yeah, we'll get on this one here with the open door. This is how trains used to be. Hello. There's Mrs. Dog in the motorway memory with the dogs. So here we go then. They're about to set off. Just peep the whistle. There we go. Just going out from Sheringham Station there. First train of the day at 10 o'clock. Delayed slightly due to sausage delivery issues. The fellow was waiting for his breakfast to be cooked. The golf course on the side there. That looks like a driving range rather than a course, there might be a course behind it. You can see the smoke from the engine there. Top of the shot there. Hopefully you can in there. Don't know where Fred is. He's lying down. There's the dogs. They're doing a ride on the train. Well, sitting on the train anyway. Definitely watching the world go by. Apologies if the focus isn't terribly good. It looks like the windows are quite grubby. If you hear the blowing the whistle there, must be coming up the road. Anything like that. Can't stand there, can I? There's a table in there. We're at Weybourne station at the moment. We're going to have to stop here. Just waiting for the other train to come down. We've just been told we can't move until that one comes down. I don't know if it's just maybe it's a single line or something, I'm not sure. So I'm sure it won't be long. In the meantime, I'll try and find some information out and put some information in here. Okay, so I found a bit of information. So the North Norfolk Railway is known as the Poppy Line. It's about 5¼ miles long. It's a heritage steam line which is in Norfolk, England. It goes between Sheringham and Holt. The North Norfolk Railway, owned as a public limited company, originally called Norfolk Enterprises Limited, is listed as exempt from the railway's interoperability regulations. I guess that means it doesn't have to fit in with the rest of the railway of the UK. In total, there's 4 stations, and at the moment, it was built by William Marriott, and the original gauge, is a standard gauge, which is 4 foot 8.5 inches, which is 1,435 millimeters. For anybody who wants metric. The history of the line in 1887 is when the line actually first opened. It ran until 1964 when it closed. And in 1975 it was reopened to Weybourne. In 1968 the NNL, or North Norfolk Railway, begins restoration work on the line. So it looks like the list I've got is not actually in chronological order. So in 1968 they started the restoration. 1974 they were granted a light railway order, so enabled to actually start running. In 1975 it reopened to the public from Sheringham and Weybourne. So the Sheringham to Weybourne service actually starts. We're currently sitting at Weybourne station. In 1983 the Callingheath Halt opened, and the railway was extended at the same time to reach that station. Not much point having a railway station without a railway on it, is there? And in 1989, it was extended to High Calling, which is near Holt, which, funnily enough, Calling is just the next village to where the Fox Hills campsite is, which is where we're staying. The NNR in 2010, the NNR reconnected to the National Rail Network towards Cromer. They've got their headquarters based in Sheringham. And The history of the line. It was once part of the Midland and Great Northern Joint Railways Melton Constable to Cromer Beach branch line. The first section from Melton Hold was opened on 1st of October 1884. After a suspension of work, the Holt to Cromer line of the line was completed by direct labour and opened on the 16th of June 1887. A through King's Cross to Cromer Express started running in August 1887, and although the construction had been expensive, the boost to the revenue from a new line was considerable. A second train was put on the following year in the down direction. So two trains, one going one way, one going the other. Double the amount of people being able to shift it around. Just have a quick look for some more information there. So in 1954, British Railways announced the closure of the Great Eastern Railway terminus at Cromer High, with all traffic being routed into the M&GN station at Cromer Beach. The majority of the M&GN system was closed to passengers on the 28th of February 1959, although the line between Melton Constable and Cromer retained a good level of passenger service, becoming an extension of a former GER line from Norwich. Now, the world-famous Beeching Report of 1963 called for the end of passenger services between Melton Constable and Sheringham, and this was approved by the government on 6th of April 1964. Now, the Beeching Report closed down a lot of local lines, so it was obviously a victim of that. Glad to see this one got reopened. In 1959, the Midland and Great Northern Joint Railways Preservation Society was formed, hoping to save a 22-mile North Walsham Town to Yarmouth Beach section. Later, the North Walsham to Aylsham North and Thelmthorpe to Melton Constable sections, though these plans proved impossible. So they turned their attention to the 3-mile section of line between Sheringham and Weybourne, which is the section which we've literally just been on. The society formed North Norfolk Railways Limited, initially required to be titled the Central Norfolk Enterprises due to not owning any railway to preserve and operate the line. Sheringham Station was still being used by British Rail Services, and by the time the purchase had been completed, track lifting had taken place at Weybourne and some way towards Sheringham. Work on rebuilding the line in 1965 in Sheringham Station was leased by the Society following its closure in 1967. With 2 steam locomotives, 2 diesel rail buses, the LNER Quad Art set being delivered on the 4th of June 1967. Initially, trains were operated for members. Operations over the line were later authorised through a light railway order. The first was issued in 1975 under the control of British Rail, and independently from 1976, an amendment to the order was issued in 1987 relating to the extension of the NNR to a new station site at Holt, using a parcel of land originally purchased as the junction for the never-built Blakeney branch. The Sheringham line has now been reconnected to the town's main station, which actually at the station you can see there's actually just a great big block of wood across the line, stopping the main British Rail trains from coming onto this line that we're on. I can imagine they go a lot faster than steam trains. There's an occasional use level crossing. Crossing. Yeah, got a wrong teeth in today. There's an occasional use level crossing by which charter trains from the steam section can travel into the main line to be able to take them to other places around the country. Quite recently, actually, near to where we live, the Flying Scotsman came through, so that would be an example of that. In 2001, it was announced that the railway was in danger of closing. This was due to the landlords of Sheringham Station reportedly wanting to sell the site for redevelopment, and the railway's lease on the site was expiring in June of that year. But the railway was able to raise the £290,000 to purchase the site, with offered funding and including an interest-free 5-year private loan of £150,000. So that was good news. That managed to save the train for us to sit on today. The NNR has got both steam and diesel hull services, organises a programme of seasonal special events, including steam galas, diesel galas, Santa and Norfolk Lights expresses. This weekend is actually the Steam into Spring weekend. There's Victorian trains running on this line today. Hopefully we'll get to go on to one of those with the Victorian carriages. A museum has been built at Holt to display the artefacts from the Midland and Great Northern Railway. Maybe we'll get time to have a look in there. The station building at Holt, which is where we're heading towards, was originally built at Stolham in 1883 and was moved brick by brick in 2002 and re-erected in its current location. And I think at the moment I'm going to have a break because it looks like Daphne's got a bit of bedhead going on, and you've got to see it. There's Daphne's bedhead. There was sticking up. Now, you're not actually allowed dogs on the furniture in these trains, but we have been told by the guard that they're okay if they're on something. So we can see there Fred's on the coat, and Daphne is on Mum's knee. So I think all's good. During this time, there have been a number of accidents. On the 30th of October 1984, a volunteer died after falling from Bridge 303 during the rebuilding of the structure which crosses the Coast Road. On the 19th of September 2015, London and North Eastern Railway Class B12460 number 8572, for all you train spotters out there, running light engine, collided with the buffers at Holt terminus of the line. The buffers were partially demolished and the fire service attended. The fireman was slightly injured and was checked over in hospital. And on the 17th of November 2018, the Great Eastern Railway Class Y14060, locomotive 564, was in collision with a car on the level crossing, accessing the Sheringham Golf Course. Of course, we've just passed the Sheringham Golf Course, so we saw that through the window. While travelling at about 10 miles an hour, the car was badly damaged, but nobody was hurt, and the train and rail infrastructure was not damaged. The automatic open level crossing was controlled by lights, which were working properly at the time, is the only one in regular use on the railway. The car driver was later fined for his involvement. So there we go. Don't try to run the train track lights. It sounds like we're on our way. I just hear the whistles blow. There goes the steam whistle. I'll turn you around because you don't want to look at us two, do you? There you go, there's a much better view. With a resting beak face. They are Weybourne Station. All train stations used to look like that. A long, long time ago. Now you can see down the train there, the engine. We'll get it in before this time comes past. back in through the window now.
much.
Together because the paint's quite full, but you can